comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and all his reindeers pulling on the reins.
Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen. For those of you that don't know me, welcome and good morning. Well, at least it's morning for me right now. So today is Vlogmas number 3 and I'm super excited, and if you want to keep up with me, please subscribe down below if you're new, of course, and let's get started with this video. So freaking sad. Guess what happened to me? This is the saddest day ever. My freaking no, my lip liner freaking broke, and I just got it like 3 weeks ago. I'm so sad and my heart is broken, but it is the Shyla collab with Dulce of Colors. Am I saying it right? No, Dulce of Colors. Oh my god, do I not know my stuff? And it's freaking good. This and then her velvet. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Oh yeah, Dulce of Colors, the Shyla collab. It's so good. I'm wearing it actually. And I mean, I think I love it so much because it feels so smooth in your lips, and it feels like you're not even wearing anything. Oh, and top it off, it's like one of my favorite like lip combos. Obviously, if you haven't noticed, I wear this type of colors all the time. But yeah, I'm really sad that this broke, but I recommend it if you want to get it. Also, I'm in the mood for some some coffee. So let's go get some Starbucks. So I made my boyfriend come with me. So I guess he deserves a coffee too. I feel like I want something like strong to wake me up. We'll see what I get and see what I feel when we get to order. It's just gonna be a feeling inside me. Sad. I messed up on my boyfriend's order. He wanted iced and I got him a hot. So bad. Ooh. Wait, come over here.
Yeah.
So, here.
You look pretty.
Thank you. Well, I have something to tell you. Don't hate me.
Why? Hi.
I'm sorry, I forgot to say ice. Do you love me still? No. I'm sorry.
And then I said a banana bread.
No, oh you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, I was so looking forward to it.
Me excited.
I didn't even wake up I didn't even go earlier to get a coffee because I was like, oh, she's gonna come with coffee.
I'm so sorry. I messed up your whole order. I'm sorry. Dude, at least you have a red cup. She's cute. After that very heartbreaking story, we finally got to clinic, which is what you're seeing right now, which is what I'm gonna be talking about later. And look, this is my fit for the day. This is taken when I came back home from the clinic. My parents decorated. I yanked this out from my mom's car because I needed to talk to you guys. Well, I go get my food. I don't want to be holding my phone. Okay, so I got you guys up so I could talk to you while I go get my food. I'm gonna go Cancun. It's freaking hot. Have you guys seen those TikToks where they make fun of girls when they're driving and they like put their seats all the way up? Because that's me. But for the sake of this video, so I'm not all the way in the front. Oh my god! gosh, do I not own new clothes or what? I didn't realize I had that. Ugh, I'm so ugly. Maybe I shouldn't wear this. I'm like dehydrated. I feel like I used to drink so much water and now I barely drink any water, so like I'm always like dehydrated and I'm like need water. Like that SpongeBob episode. Beep, 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 beep. That's literally me. So in the morning I had a clinic appointment, right? And I hope you guys could hear me because I have my AC on because it's super hot in here. I don't even know. Before I say this story, I don't even know why I even try to put winter clothes on if I live in California. You know what I mean? I don't know why. Cause it's like super like fresh, cold in the morning, whatever, and then all of a sudden it gets freaking hot. But oh well, whatever. Oh, okay, so today I went to the clinic, right? I had an appointment and it's actually my second time going there. My first time that I went there was such a disaster. Oh my god, let me tell you, let me start and tell you, and I'm so sorry for the lighting. I'm driving, so you might see me, you might not. Just can't be holding my phone obviously because I'm driving. But let me tell you, oh my gosh. Okay, so the only reason why I even went a second time was because I went the first time to get my blood drawn and I went to obviously get my checkups. And the reason why I even found this clinic to begin with was because I was looking for a provider, and I called my insurance and, you know, trying to be a big girl. This is what happens when I do things without my mom. Just kidding. No, but seriously, I love my mom. She's like amazing. She helps me out so much, and I'm so grateful to have her. I'm trying to be a big girl, put my big girl pants on, and I'm like, okay, I need to be having these checkups. I haven't had one in 6 months, and you know you're supposed to have some checkups and whatever and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, well, I can't go to the clinic I used to go to, which by the way was at Chalk, and it was like for the teenagers. When I turned 21, I tried to make an appointment, and they're like, you know what, I'm sorry, you can't make an appointment here anymore, you're not 20. Okay, the video cut off because my mom called me. I called my insurance and I'm like, hey, like I need a new clinic to go to. Obviously I can't go to the one I go to because I'm 21 now, blah 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 blah. So they're like, oh, you could go to St. Joseph. So I'm like, okay, fine, perfect. Before I get there, actually, I'm already on my way. The girl's like, hey, I'm so sorry, can you give me your insurance card again? I don't think you're supposed to be here. I don't think we could take your insurance. And I'm like, no, like whatever. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm driving, so I'm sorry, I can't really find my insurance card. Is it okay if I go and like you can check it out, whatever? I don't even care, you know, because I get it, you know, if you can't go, so there's nothing I can do about it, you know. So I got there, she's like, yeah, I'm sorry, you can't. And she was super helpful. She was like, you know what, call your insurance with this number, and they should have a provider for you. Or if you really want to come here, change yourself to St. Joseph, the like medical group or whatever. And I'm like, okay, perfect. So I call whatever to change myself to St. Joseph. I called and they're like, oh, you have to submit all these things. And I'm like, oh, I really don't want to submit stuff. Like, is there a provider that we have for you? And I'm like, I don't know, like, are you able to see? They're like, yes. Okay, so they check. They're like, oh, actually we have a provider for you and you're already assigned to him. And I'm like, oh, cool, like, can I have the address please so I can call and whatever. So I call them, I make an appointment, and I'm like, I'm super happy because I'm like a big girl now, whatever, in my head. And that happened. So the date comes of my appointment and I go and I take my boyfriend because we were gonna go out to eat, and he's like, whatever, I'll just go with you, might as well just go eat after. Oh my god, everyone keeps calling me right now and interrupting my story. So anyways, I just parked Oh, by the way, I got Cancun juice because I freaking love Cancun. I got myself a torta. And I haven't ate since the morning. But anyways. So, what I was saying is my boyfriend's that type of person that if he doesn't like something, you could just see it in his face. It's not like a type of thing, but it's just like, you know. He's very detailed, so he looks at like details like a lot, you know. And I'm just the type of person, I'm like, I don't really judge. Whatever. So he, right off the bat, he didn't really like how the clinic looked, and I totally understand because I thought the same thing, but in my head, I'm the type of person, I'm like, well, I mean, I'm not gonna judge because just because it's not like all like nice and up to date and stuff, like doesn't mean like the care is gonna be like that, you know. But little did I know that yes, the care was like that, and it was just so disappointing because I get there, girl takes my vitals, and right away it was just very like weird. I hate complain. I'm never one to complain. If anything, I always keep everything to myself and I never try to judge. But the girl, like, she just didn't make me feel comfortable, and she was just like super like dry. I mean, maybe because I'm not like that, and maybe I shouldn't expect everyone to be like that, you know, because some people are just like, work is work, and maybe for her that's how it is. But whatever, regardless, that was already like like, you know, like I wished she was kind of more like, you know, nice and making me feel comfortable. But I was like, whatever, work is work, right, for some people. And so then the doctor comes in, I'm like excited because I'm like, finally, like I get to ask questions that I have for myself that I haven't been feeling quite good with some things. And I ask, and all her answers, she honestly, and I hate to complain, but like she didn't know how to answer me. Basically, she just kind of went around it to sound like she answered it, but she didn't. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I kept asking questions, and she just didn't want, like, I don't know, she was just like, like, dude, like, I'm like, do you have anything, like other questions? Don't know, the care was just like, like, no, like, right off the bat, she just like, well, you haven't had a PEP, right? And I'm like, no, I haven't. And she's like, do you want to have it today? And I'm like, I don't really know if I should have it today or whatever. But she just kept insisting, right? So I was like, fine, you know, to be honest with you, I have not had a pap smear at all. It was my first time, and maybe, I don't know if it's a little TMI for some people, but whatever. I'm not like uncomfortable to talk about it. It's your body, you know. And yeah, so it was my first time getting one, and I didn't know what to expect. And I told her, I'm like, you know what, it's my first time, I'm really nervous, like whatever. She's like, oh yeah, whatever. She didn't really acknowledge it. She's like, okay, it's fine, like everyone gets it. I'm like, yeah, I know. So I go along with it, right? She gets me ready or whatever, and she tells me to, like, obviously get in position, you know, to get the smear. And she just goes right in, like she just touches me, and she doesn't tell me like, oh, hey, you know, I'm about to do this, like it's your first time, let me explain it for you. She doesn't do any of that. And she just goes in, like she opens my freaking V and like freaking sticks in the stupid clamps, and she hurts me. I'm sorry, I'm like really trying to fix this, and I start bleeding, and I just felt so violated, and I felt so not heard because she wasn't listening to my questions, she wasn't explaining anything. And I don't know, it was just so sad because I can't believe this is the level of care some people can give, and it's so unfortunate, you know, to have people like that in the healthcare field. But I mean, I really hope one day, and I'm saying this out loud because I'm putting it out there, that I hope one day I'll never be like that. When you're with the patient, you're supposed to like give them care, and like, you know, maybe not everyone thinks like that, you know, I don't know. But long story short, she freaking sticks the stupid clamps and hurts me, and I start bleeding a lot. And I mean, it was my first time, so I don't really know what to expect, but I told my mom about it, and she said that it's, I guess, I mean, she has bled before, but not as much as I explained it to her. And I'm like, what? Like, dude, this lady really hurt me, because she didn't give me any heads up. She just went like, but that wasn't even it. So then I also got my blood draw, and I'm a medical assistant, so I kind of like, you know, I know the gist of it. So she's taking my blood, and she's supposed to freaking take the way I was taught was that once you have the needle in, you're supposed to like take the tourniquet off, right? And she didn't. Like, she left it the whole time, and I'm like, oh, like, honestly, I was like, I was super polite, and I was like, hey, like, are you gonna take off the tourniquet, you know? And she like kind of, I knew she played it off because she like the way she's like, oh yeah, I was about to, but I'm like, girl, you were like already on your 4th tube. Like, no, you weren't. And she was hurting me, and it was just really bad. And I'm like, and after she released it, when I told her, like, if the blood was flowing fast, and it was just so bad there. It was so bad. But whatever. So then today I went in again just for the lab results, because I'm like, I literally left that day like crying. Like, I had tears came down because of how bad it was. And if only you guys were there to experience what because maybe right now it just sounds like I'm complaining, but I'm just being serious. Like, it was just so bad. This is here for me again. Always wants to be with me. I love it. Hello. Frank, why do they always mess up on your drink? Always here. Every time we come, we say like whatever drink he wants, and he always gets it. Either he doesn't get it at all, or they mess up on his order. Dig in. So like you see, the end of the night basically just consisted of us sitting down enjoying this delicious bread. It was like called like Nutella Garella bun or something like that. I'm not sure, 100% sure, but if you see in the front, you'll definitely find it, and you could always warm it up. That's what we did, and it was so good, so worth it, and the end of the night was just really chill. And yeah, guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye guys.